Once there was a young man named Arjun, whose heart was as tender as a lotus petal. Arjun was known for his unwavering kindness. He would often go out of his way to help his fellow monks, animals, and even the villagers who lived nearby. His compassion knew no bounds, and his gentle nature made him beloved by all. However, his soft-heartedness also made him vulnerable, often leading him to be taken advantage of by those with less noble intentions. One day, as Arjun was sweeping the monastery courtyard, he noticed a frail old man struggling to carry a heavy sack of rice. Without hesitation, Arjun rushed to assist him. The old man, seeing Arjun's naivety, decided to exploit his kindness. He concocted a tale of woe, claiming he had no food or shelter and that he needed help to survive. Arjun, moved by the man's plight, invited him to stay at the monastery. Days turned into weeks, and the old man showed no signs of leaving. He demanded more and more from the monks, taking their food, disrupting their meditation, and causing unrest. The abbot, a wise and experienced monk named Bhikkhu Ananda, noticed the growing disturbance and decided it was time to teach Arjun an important lesson. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of orange and purple, Bhikkhu Ananda called Arjun to his chamber. The room was simple yet serene, adorned with a few sacred texts and a statue of the Buddha. "Arjun," Bhikkhu Ananda began, his voice gentle yet firm, "I have observed your kindness towards the old man. Compassion is a noble virtue, but it must be balanced with wisdom. Tell me, how do you think your actions have affected the monastery?" Arjun, feeling a pang of guilt, looked down and replied, "I wanted to help him, Venerable Bhikkhu, but I see now that my actions have caused disruption and discomfort to my fellow monks." Bhikkhu Ananda nodded. "Your intentions were pure, but you must understand that being kind does not mean allowing oneself to be exploited. Compassion must be guided by discernment. Sometimes the most compassionate act is to say no." Arjun listened intently, absorbing the abbot's words. Bhikkhu Ananda continued, "Let me tell you a story from the Buddha's life. Once a Brahmin named Bharadvaja came to insult the Buddha. Despite the Brahmin's harsh words, the Buddha remained calm and did not react. When the Brahmin asked why he did not respond with anger, the Buddha explained that just as a gift unaccepted returns to the giver, so does anger. The Buddha chose not to accept the Brahmin's negativity. The Buddha was compassionate, but he also understood the importance of maintaining his own inner peace and the well-being of those around him. He did not allow himself to be mistreated. You must learn to do the same, Arjun. With a newfound understanding, Arjun realized that true compassion included protecting oneself and others from harm. The next morning, he approached the old man with a respectful yet firm demeanor. "Respected elder," Arjun began, "we have provided you with food and shelter, but it is now time for you to continue your journey. There are many others who need our help, and we must ensure the harmony of our monastery." The old man, taken aback by Arjun's change in attitude, tried to protest, but Arjun remained resolute. "We will assist you in finding a place to stay, but you can no longer remain here." With the help of the villagers, Arjun found the old man a suitable place to live, ensuring he was cared for without disrupting the peace of the monastery. The monks, relieved by the resolution, returned to their practices with renewed focus. Over time, Arjun learned to balance his compassionate nature with wisdom and discernment. He continued to help those in need, but he also recognized the importance of setting boundaries. His experiences made him a better monk, one who could offer true compassion without compromising his own well-being or the well-being of others. Years later, as Arjun sat under the shade of a Bodhi tree, meditating on the nature of compassion, he felt a deep sense of peace and clarity. He understood that kindness was not about being soft to everyone, but about being wise and discerning in his actions. The teachings of Bhikkhu Ananda and the story of the Buddha had transformed him. He had learned that true compassion required strength, wisdom, and the courage to make difficult decisions. In this way, Arjun continued his journey towards enlightenment, embodying the balanced compassion that the Buddha had taught. And so the monastery of Nalanda thrived, a beacon of peace and wisdom, where the monks practiced compassion guided by discernment, ensuring harmony and enlightenment for all who came seeking the path of the Buddha.